guys and gals, this is Tyler, aka True Tactics 2 again with another commentary for you. Today, I will cover the Paracommandos of India. This is an elite special forces unit of the Indian Army, and they are also a part of the highly trained Parachute Regiment. The main mission of the Parachute Regiment is to provide a quick deployment force that can get behind enemy lines and attack the enemy from the rear. Paracommandos serve a variety of functions, including special reconnaissance, intelligence collection, subversion and sabotage, hostage rescue operations, and direct action special operations missions, both covert and overt. The parachute units of the Indian Army are among the oldest airborne units in the world. The first such unit was the 50th Indian Parachute Brigade, which was established on October of 1941. When India gained its independence in 1947, it kept several of these airborne units, with the rest joining the newly formed Pakistani Army. During the Indo-Pakistani War in 1965, the Indian Army gave the go-ahead to form an ad hoc commando unit that was composed of volunteers from various infantry units. This unit became known as the Meghdoot Force. This unit performed successfully in combat, and the Army decided to let the Parachute Regiment form a permanent para-commando unit. This new unit was raised in June of 1966 and was designated as the 9th Battalion. A second commando unit was authorized in 1967, and this became the 10th Battalion. The 9th Battalion would operate in the mountainous regions of northern India, and the 10th Battalion would operate in the western desert. Both battalions would eventually develop a specialization for the type of terrain it was deployed in, and in the year of 1969, both battalions were redesignated as Para-Commando battalions. Both battalions first saw combat in the 1971 Indo-Pakistani War, where they performed very effectively. The 9th Para first saw action when they raided Pakistani artillery positions at Mandul. This raid resulted in the destruction of 6 122mm guns, as well as ammo and equipment. The Pakistanis also suffered 37 killed and 41 wounded. The 10th Para successfully staged raids on enemy outposts at Chhatro and Virawa. They were also involved in Operation Blue Star in 1984. This was an operation where the unit was given a mission to force out Sikh militants from the Golden Temple in Punjab. However, the mission suffered from poor intelligence and lack of high-precision, close-quarters battle skills, and this would result in the failure of the operations, as the commandos were never able to achieve their aims. As a result, tanks would have to be brought in to finish the job. Since then, the Paracommandos have also been involved in missions in Sri Lanka in 1987, where they were deployed as part of a peacekeeping force to arrange the disarmament of the Tamil guerrilla forces. However, this intervention only made things worse, and the Indian forces had a number of clashes with the guerrillas. The Paracommandos were also involved in the capture of the island of Maldives. In 1988, the small island nation of Maldives was captured by Sri Lankan mercenaries. At the request of the Maldivian president, India dispatched a military force, and among this force was the 10th Paracommando Battalion. This force was successful in defeating the mercenaries. The Paracommandos also performed operations during the 1999 Kargil War with Pakistan. Paracommandos were assigned the task of locating enemy gun positions, and to accomplish this, they had to move through Pakistani lines and direct counter-battery fire. They performed this successfully and allowed accurate Indian counter-battery fire on the Pakistani artillery positions. The 9th Para also saw action when they were involved in a number of raids to force out a combined Pakistani force of special forces, light infantry, and militants that had infiltrated the border and dug into the mountains. The Paracommandos were also involved with operations in Sierra Leone in 2000, as well as other important missions. Within the armed forces of India, the Paracommando units are collectively referred to as the Special Forces Regiments. Recruits who are selected for training are sent to the Paratroopers Training School at Agra. Those who successfully complete the training then have to complete 5 static line jumps from an altitude of 22,500 feet. One of these jumps has to be at night, and another has to be done in full combat gear. Once the individual has completed all 5 jumps, the soldier is then awarded the coveted parachute wings along with the maroon beret of the parachute regiment. The individual is then put on a probation period and is then awarded the Special Forces badge after either 6 months in hostile areas or 1 full year. Individuals then further their training by learning specializations and other techniques such as halo and hey-ho jumps. There are also several specialization schools they can attend as well, such as the Desert Warfare School, High Altitude Warfare School, the Naval Diving School, and the Counterinsurgency and Jungle Warfare School. Now, that brings an end to this commentary, guys and gals. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like, comment, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And as always, this has been True Tactics 2, signing off.